Hello again, YouTube, for the second time in a day. As I said in the last video, this video is about a different collection of mine, and it's about a collection of reproductions from collection of reproductions of a certain prop from a certain TV show which just had a rather bizarre, some would say divisive, season finale. Yep, Doctor Who. And what is it we're talking about? Sonic screwdrivers. And I'm going to be going through, in this video, I'm going to be going through my entire Sonic screwdriver collection and sharing any funny or interesting stories about any of these Sonics along the, my owning any of these Sonics along the way. Actually, anything that comes to memory. So we're going to go in Doctor order, not release order, not the order which I bought them. Excuse me, Doctor order, starting with, stay there. By the way, these don't all have batteries in them. Some do, some don't. This is one of the ones that does. The third Doctor's Sonic screwdriver. Or some would say the third Doctor's version 2. Excuse me, Sonic screwdriver. You may have noticed there, sorry, that is not the correct battery compartment door because, whoops, this one is, but, yeah, it broke. So I've got to either get a new battery compartment door for it or fix that one somehow. But this is the third Doctor Sonic screwdriver. It uses the 11 Doctor sound chip. So hopefully those sounds come through. So yeah. So, third Doctor. I do quite like the design of that, if I'm honest. I do. Very simple, very sleek. Obviously no lights, just sound. This was like the 1970s, I think. So, and then we have the fourth Doctor's Sonic screwdriver. And this is one of the ones that doesn't have battery compartment. Doesn't have battery in it because, yes, there you go. The battery compartment door is actually on the third Doctor's Sonic screwdriver, but again, doesn't have battery in it, but it's basically the same prop that third Doctor had, but instead of having any of the other yellowy stuff, obviously this bit's elongated down at the back, and it's all silver, rather than being yellow and black here. And it's also now bright red at the top rather than a sort of burgundy brown. I actually do have another. This also uses the 11th Doctor sound chip, this particular model, but I also have another 4th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, which I haven't got in this room because it's too much of a fiddle. But it's in my 4th Doctor time capsule. They came with the Sonic screwdriver, nice figure of the 4th Doctor, 3 discs being the early release of Terror of the Zygons, Interview with the Time Lord, which is an interview with Tom Baker, and the audio track for Genesis of the Daleks, a book, the TARDIS translator circuit, the TARDIS translator read overlay things so you could read the front of the DVDs properly, some post-it notes, some postcard-sized pictures of all the 4 Doctor companions, and a Sonic screwdriver, and of course some instructions for said Sonic screwdriver. But interestingly, the 4th Doctor Sonic screwdriver in the 4th Doctor's time capsule set has the 9th and 10th Doctor sound chip in it. There you go. From there we move on to the nearly identical, and again, no batteries, 5th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. The only difference, as you may be able to tell, is that the back of the emitter here, this is going to be a good trick if I can pull this off. This back piece here you can see on the 4th Doctor's is black, on the 5th Doctor's it is red, and this section here you can see on here it is silver, on here it is a white band, although on mine some of the colour has started coming off. That's actually in the place where you, however, it is actually in the place where you put your thumb to do the sound effects. So, is that head-on wonky? Or am I just holding it wonky? No, there you go. I was just holding it wonky. So, yeah. No 11 sound chip again. This Sonic in the show, this Sonic actually got destroyed in the story The Visitation, because the then producer Doctor Who thought that the Sonic screwdriver was too much of an easy way to get the Doctor out of certain scrapes, so he was like, nope, destroy the damn thing. So they did, and so that's why the 5th, 6th and 7th Doctors didn't really have a sonic screwdriver, although the 7th Doctor did, but only for a brief moment, and it was this one. Where's the button? It's there. This is the 7th/8th Doctor's sonic screwdriver, but it's more commonly related to the 8th Doctor. And of course, you're supposed to hold it this way. But if you look in the TV movie, Sylvester McCoy famously, you're supposed to hold it this way, like this. In the TV movie, Sylvester McCoy very famously held it this way. Completely and utterly backwards. And he's never shied away from that fact. Sylvester McCoy has always admitted, yes, I'm the idiot that held the sonic screwdriver backwards. This one obviously is, again, it's all silver, except this time this bottom bit is completely round with a flat base, so you can stand it up. And we've got a gold band round here. And then we've got this shiny red emitter bullet with nothing coming out the back this time. It's just, yep. This also uses the 11th Doctor sound chip, as quite a lot of these classic Sonics did, upon these releases anyway. From there we go to the War Doctor's sonic screwdriver, which again unfortunately has no lights and sound. Does have lights and sounds, but it has no batteries in. But this uses the, I think they call it the War Doctor sound chip, where it goes bzz, 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 you know, that sound chip with the 4 sound effects. Also using the re-release of the 9th Doctor Sonic, which we'll get onto later. This is basically, now in terms of having a prop replica, this is as close as you're going to get to actually holding a prop from the show, because it's long been established that the actual Sonic that John Hurt used in the late great John Hurt used in Day of the Doctor was actually just a repurposed 4th Doctor sonic screwdriver toy. So they literally took little sticks. They literally took one of these and turned it into this. So they literally took one of these here, 4th Doctor Sonic, chopped the emitter head off the top, put a red fez on the bottom, put a light in it, a red LED light in it. Obviously they kept the collar, and turned it into the War Doctor's screwdriver. This was the last link between the classic and the old series. And again, this will be red LED in there, the 4 sound effects. I think this is the first sort of classic handled Sonic not to use an 11th Doctor sound chip. So, yeah. And after that, I actually have multiple of these. We have the 9th and 10th Doctor sonic screwdriver. Now, fun fact. The first series of Doctor Who I ever watched was... The first series of Doctor Who I ever watched was Series 2 with David Tennant. So the first episode I ever saw was New Earth. And so this was the first sonic screwdriver I ever saw. Now, I actually have 2 of these. Well, actually, I don't. I have 3. 3 character options ones. This is the... Now I'm going to start with this one. This is the weirdly mint green 9th Doctor sonic screwdriver re-release. And as you can see, it's quite a hideous defect where the head isn't quite in alignment with the body properly. Can you see that? So I have to push it back. But the 9th Doctor Sonic was never mint green. Or lime green, mint green. It was more of a cream. It was closer to that colour there. What on earth was going on when they came up with that one? But yeah, so I have got that one. And again, that has the same sound chip in it as the War Doctor sonic screwdriver. That one. And it's either a pure blue LED or a white LED or whatever, but it's not a UV light. These two, I believe, one has a UV light in it, one has just a pure white or blue LED, which will both extend. They both go up and down. Ow! They both go up and down like that, and they both have the buttons on the blue strip on the front. And this is one thing that annoyed people about these, was there was in the 9th and 10th Doctor Sonic actually worked via a button on the slider. But when Character Options came to making the toys, they decided that the button wouldn't be on the slider, but on the front. So that button is the one that activates when it's down, and then you push it up, and now it's that button. And it's literally one button. And so when it's, say, there, or even maybe there, so whatever the correct was. So if it was, say, there, you know, what's the thing of, but that's not going to stop me. You know, like where he had it there in Go the Promise, it's like, it would be a crime. It would be an act of vandalism to disassemble you. But that's not going to stop me. Of course, you can't press the button there because it's hidden underneath that bit of plastic. Although There are, I think, some modders who have found ways to put the button on the slider. There are even some people, actually, someone I knew, I'm not saying names, but managed to just about soften this plastic up so you could push down on it, but I didn't have anywhere near any of my Sonics. So I actually have 2 of these, but neither of these are my original. And this is one of those fun stories that I decided to tell you about, because my original 10th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, I remember when I first got it, I would have been, 10 or 11. And I loved this thing. Okay? Loved it. And I carried it, and everywhere I went, that Sonic went with me. When I went downstairs for dinner, he went with me. When I went back upstairs after dinner, he went with me. The only thing he didn't do was leave the house. Now, so every morning when I got up, I'd pick it up, I'd get up out of my bed. I only had this thing for about a week. Then the other week, I got up out of bed, so that's my bedside table, for example. Got up out of bed, grabbed it off the bedside table, took it with me. Now, this particular morning, so I got it on the Monday, I believe, after school. Shows you how young I was. I said school. And then on the Saturday, this happened. Got up, picked it up off my bedside table, took it with me into the bathroom. Originally put it down on a side that was here, about this high. However, I noticed at the corner of my eye, this happened where I used to live. Actually, also thought that I said school. I saw my sister come into the room. So I immediately, now bear in mind, I'm only half awake. I'm in the bathroom, I'm going to the toilet. I see my sister come into the bathroom. And she's going towards my Sonic. And so I grabbed it to go and move it to the other shelf. It was a bit high so she couldn't reach it. But unfortunately, my grip wasn't quite as tight as I thought. And as I got it to just over the toilet, it slipped out of my hand, as I just did there, fell down the toilet, fried the sound chip, and as soon as it hit the water, the sound chip immediately fried, short-circuited, and it got stuck on the first bzzz sound that this makes. Not that bzzz, not that sound, the first one. And I wrapped up in a t-shirt, I threw a hairdryer over it, everything, trying to dry it out to try and save it. Wouldn't work. So, neither of these are my original Sonic screwdriver because it befell that fate. I have had several of this model over the years, because they are like a dime a dozen. And so I've had several of these over the years, and they've all succumbed to some horrible fate or other. But these two are now my 2 character options 10th Doctor Sonics, and I am extremely protective of them because they are the only 2 actual character options 10th Doctor Sonics I have. And just to show you, actually these are original. This one has the pen nib on the end, the regular pen nib. Sadly, I think the ink ran out ages ago. And then this one has the UV nib on the end. That one's nothing. I've actually got here, another 2 of these. This one, which again is the original. I think these are both that design, aren't they? Yeah, there you go. So I put this on here. So that's the regular ink nib, which that's the dead UV nib. I'm going to take this newer UV nib, stick it on. There you go, UV pen. And there that was, you wrote something down. I'm sure the ink has probably dried up by now, but you wrote something down, and then you could see it when you shone the light on it. Yeah. Oh god, I shouldn't have pulled that off. I had that blue tacked on, and I yanked it off. Did I have that one blue tacked on as well? No, that one's just stuck on ordinarily. That one's actually blue tacked on because this is I call it my fiddle Sonic. I just do that with it. I just sort of, toss it up in the air a little bit, and yeah. So that's those. You've seen the 9th Doctor one. But I also have, sadly I forgot to charge this up before I started, but I also have this 10th Doctor Sonic. This is the Universal Remote from, I think it's the Wand Company. You can see the core in there is the proper yellow colour. It is gorgeous, it is beautiful, and it has the button on the slider. So that's the blue strip, also has the button on the slider. So you have to be very careful when you're studying it, you don't accidentally catch the button. And so you literally can use this one wherever you have it slid to, and it doesn't matter. And of course it's a universal remote. I don't know if this has the TV be gone, but yeah, it's a universal remote. Love that. Also from the 10th Doctor's era, just sticking with the 10th Doctor's era for a minute, I have from the original, from 2008, River Song's Future Sonic Screwdriver. This is the original. It's just a Future Sonic Screwdriver on the box. I got this on eBay years ago. A friend bought it for me. I'm no longer friends with him, sadly. But he did buy this for me, and it does. Unfortunately, it hasn't got batteries in it, but when it has batteries in it, it does work. And it is the original 2008 model, not the re-release. So I'm pretty proud of that. I did have the box. Unfortunately, the box got destroyed by, yep, you guessed it, my sister. So glad I no longer live with her. So glad. But so there's that. And yes, it does have the red and blue settings and the neural relay. Goodness only knows what settings going to be on when I turn it on. Because I just click that button 2 or 3 times. Then also from the 10.0, I have 2 of these. And it is the Masters. Oh, hang on. The Masters laser screwdriver. This one, as you can see, is quite beat up. 2 reasons for this. A, no. This is not my original. Fun story number 2. My original laser screwdriver. I got it back when I was in secondary school, because that's when Series 3 aired. And I was just going on a school trip to the Isle of Wight at the end of that week. And there'd been a kerfuffle earlier in the week with me getting a TARDIS without until the lady I used to live with, and the lady I used to live with didn't like that. And so she basically took the TARDIS, the flight control TARDIS, spin and fly TARDIS, you know that one you spin your fingers goes over it. You know TARDIS when you spin your fingers, it makes that noise. Well, yeah, when you shouldn't have to go away from me. And I said, well, and so then I started watching my DVD set of Series 3, and I thought, I really want a laser. No. I started watching these episodes, I thought, I really want a laser screwdriver. And so I said, how about I make it? So I said to the lady I used to live with, how about I make a deal with you? I'll take the TARDIS back, get a refund for it, get myself a laser screwdriver, so one of the Masters laser screwdriver instead. And if you let me have it, I promise I'll go to my school trip to the Isle of Wight in a bit, no issues. She said yes, so I went back, got it. Again, neither of these two are the original. My original one, I'm going to tell you why now. I got it, I loved it, and I kept, lasering and aging everything in sight. Again, sadly, these don't have batteries in. However, it survived that whole week, and I then put it in my drawer. Suddenly I was going away on my school trip. I collapsed it down. This one's not got a very good spring on it. I'll use this one to demonstrate. I collapsed it down like that. Okay. Put it in my drawer. Okay. Just put that back out. Collapsed it down like this. Okay, collapsed it down like this. Put it in my drawer. Went on my school trip. Came back. Took it out of my drawer. Ooh. Started mucking around with it again, and almost instantly the sound chip went ooh. Ooh. Sound chip was gone. It fried. And so that laser screwdriver, I think I just managed to get it fixed for a couple of days. I then literally thought, oh, it's the batteries. So quick as a flash, knowing I could do this, I took it out. Oh, I didn't do that screwed in, did I? Whoopsie. Took it out, replaced the batteries. Put it back in. Started mucking around with it again. It worked for about another 2 days, and then the sound chip just completely went, and I couldn't get it back again. And I was then with that one for a good few years, right up until my friend, the same friend who brought me the River Song screwdriver, also brought me this Masters sonic screwdriver, again off eBay. Masters laser screwdriver, again off eBay. This does fully work. All the lights and sounds in this work. The only thing on this that doesn't work properly, and is the reason why I've got that laser screwdriver, is the spring. It does just about work, but as you can see, it takes a hell of a shove. You have to be very gentle. Okay, so it does kind of work, but it is very finicky. And so that is why I got this laser screwdriver, which I actually got this as part of a collection of Sonics that I got from a seller on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace. But, as of course the spring fully works, I could do the, how about you older? Say another, as it's made himself younger, how about I reverse it? Say another 100 years? But I also want to know is that this is actually I think this is the re-release, even though it's got the CE on the bolt, because, I'll tell you why, you can actually activate the sounds in closed mode. So, I like that. There's that. I must be careful with that spring. So there's the 2 laser screwdrivers. Now moving on to the 11th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, which I have 3 of this particular model. The first one is this one, which is still all in original state. So when I say this one in original state, what I mean is that still happens, the red button. This does still extend, and it does still have its original sound chip, which sounds like some sounds. No. Actually, do you know what? Is it me, or did that first one sound different? Anyway. There's that. That could be a later release, you know, because that first sound effect sounded entirely different. Let's just say that. Anyway, so, but yeah, still works. And then I have this one. Of course, when you extend it, this button no longer works. So you have to use this button. Ooh, Doctor, you sonicked her. And then I've got this one. Oh, God. Actually, this is slightly dodgier, but... And again, this one isn't a single button edition either. Could this be a single button release? Hold on. No. I've missed it. That's lucky, but and this one isn't in original state because I can't use this one when it's up, because I've done that without a can, but I have to put my thumb in there and do that. And yes, this could do the secret sounds as well. And the third one I have is a bit different. I don't know. The third one I have is this one, and this is actually labelled as the 12th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, Touch Control Edition. And of course this one has the, as it extends, there you go, and it collapses down like itself. And of course it has no activator button, because you do that, your finger on there, your thumb there, and you do it like that. But unfortunately this has no batteries in it, and even if it did, all you get is the light. Because the sound chip in this one is also fried, and I have no idea why. I did not use the secret sounds. I think I used them all about once, just to have a look, see if it could still do them. Didn't use them again after that. Once them normally harms them. And then I used it normally after that, and suddenly it died. So it's now basically just a full-size 11th and 12th Doctor Sonic screwdriver flashlight. However, it does still have the pull-out power core, but as several other reviewers of this Sonic have pointed out, it's not exactly a removable power core when it doesn't actually kill the power to the Sonic. I mean, surely they could have wired this up in such a way that when you, they could have like a pressure plate or something up on the inside there, so that, and made this like a little metal thing that had to be touching in order for the Sonic to work. So, and then when you pulled this out, so when you pulled this out immediately, that stopped. You know, the Sonic screwdriver stopped working because you pulled out its power supply. I mean, it would be a way of saving the power, saving the batteries, because you wouldn't need to, you know, obviously you have to have batteries out for a long time, but then you wouldn't need to actually, you know, worry about knocking it in the night, because you could just pull that out, put it on the side separately, you know, pull these out, put them on the side separately like that. It's just hard to show, but put them on the side separately like this at the night, and there you go. But they didn't. It's just a decorative piece. So, so yeah, that's the 11th Doctor Sonic. Then we have the 12th Doctor, well, and 12, but then we have the 12th Doctor's other Sonic, which I have here. I do actually quite like this design, if I'm honest. Fun story. Trying to remember what happened to my original 11th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. I think that one just died through wear and tear, basically, so I had to replace it. This Sonic, this is actually still my original 12th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. So these two are the only characteristic Sonics I have where they are still my original. Of the older Sonics, where they're still my original. Actually, this is still my original as well. Because the 3rd, 4th and 5th Doctor Sonics and 8th Doctor Sonics are all still my originals as well. Ooh, the 8th Doctor Sonic. Just remember something about this. I actually got 2 of these when I bought it because I actually pre-ordered 2. One to open, one to keep in the box. And I just thought, sod it, and I opened both. Yeah, it's me all over really. But, however, as you can see, I now only have 1. Because the other one disappeared while I still lived in my old house. And I have no idea why it disappeared, or where it went. So, yeah. So, talk to us about the Sonic. This is still my original. I actually bought 2 of these on the day it came out, along with a friend of mine. And unfortunately, my friend kept the other one. Because we were going to use one to into my collection, one for to film. For a YouTube series that we never ended up doing, so I just said to my friend, you know what, you can keep the other one. I've already got one. And yes, this one actually does have batteries in it. And we have the red, the green, the blue, the flashy green, and the chase. Oh, that's what they call the chase. So there you go, and I have tried this multiple times on both pushing up and down, but only ever does that. So I'm hoping these sounds are coming through. So that's the 12th Doctor's other Sonic. Then we have the 13th Doctor Sonic, of which I actually have 2, and this time this was actually a mistake. I only meant to pre-order 1, but somehow I managed to put 2 on my pre-order, and so I ended up with 2. I'm actually quite happy with that. Some people may refer to this as a ladies' aid, if you see what I mean. Some people also pointed out how this bit looks like something a dog would leave behind in a park, if you see what I mean. But I actually quite like this design, because when you hold it and it lights up orange in the middle, it feels alive in the hand. So, yeah. These are the original release before we got the frosty glass, but I like this. I think I like this one better because even though it's not necessarily exactly more screen accurate, it's still what's the word I'm looking for? It's still, you actually get to see it's still good, and also you actually are able to see the light better, the orange light better through this one. So yeah, 13th Doctor Sonic. The 2 sound effects that we know about, and then there's also a third one which is from the 11th Doctor Sonic 11th Doctor sound chip. So yeah. Right, now before we move on to the last few, I'm going to show you one other Sonic I have from, again, the 10th Doctor era, but not from the show, not from the actual Doctor Who, from the spin-off, the Sarah Jane Adventures. Oh yes, here it is, the Sonic lipstick as used by the late great Elizabeth Sladen. Top off, and this does have batteries in. Take the top off. Oh, flipping heck! I can't see what I'm doing. Twist it up. So it's oh, there we go. I can do it like that. Take the top off, and then you twist. Just try and maybe you twist it to get it to go up. And there's 2 sounds, so one quick press gets you this, and then when you press it and hold it, you get this. That's quite bright as well. Now, Sonic lipstick is another one. Oh, by the way, in order to get that to flash, now if you on that quick press one, if you just press it once, so I'm going to do that again. If you press it once, it only flashes once. It doesn't flash again for that second sound. So you've got to go press once, to get it to work. So it's just because it does do the sound twice. But you have to press the button twice to get the sound to work. So my original Sonic lipstick, this isn't my original Sonic lipstick, because I did have one of these before, and I actually got it from the 99p store in Reading, of all places. While I was staying at my mum and dad's for the weekend. I then took it back home into the place where I used to live, and the lady I used to with immediately said to me, "No, it's a lipstick." Obviously, it is a lipstick. "No, it's a lipstick. It's too girly for you. Give it to your sister." I was like, no. I paid for this with my own money. She said to me, I said, "How much did you pay for it?" I said, "Well, 99p, but that's not the point. It's still mine. It's a Sonic. It's mine." She goes, "No, it's too girly for you. Give it to me." And she took the box out of my hand. "There you go. Your sister can have that. There's £1 for you." Now, thankfully for me, and then of course Elizabeth Sladen passed away, and so I then spent the next few years trying to find another one of these. They were very hard to find because they didn't make very many. To be fair, they didn't. And then of course Elizabeth Sladen passed away, and so the value of these absolutely skyrocketed. And thankfully for me, when I bought that collection of Sonics off of that lovely person on Facebook Marketplace, in amongst them was this, a fully functioning Sonic lipstick. I actually had a friend who, yes, she was a girl, but that's not the point. She actually brought a Sonic lipstick with her to school every day. And she used to take it out of her, she used to, seriously, I promise you this is true, she used to take her Sonic lipstick out of her bag, wind it up, Sonic a classroom door, right, wind it down, put it in her bag, go in and go, "There you go, I've unlocked it." One time she actually did this one time. To get into the school itself, she went, "There you go, I've unlocked the door." She actually walked up to the school door of the school office, I promise you this. By the way, automatic door, okay? She walked up, she went, "There you go, I've unlocked it for you." Anyway, I've got my crazy history. So that was the tale of my original Sonic lipstick. So thankfully I do not have one, and I'm keeping this in pristine condition as much as I can. Obviously, this being as old as it is, this is like 2006, I think, maybe 2007. But look at the top of that. It's still in. I mean, there are a few bits where, you know, paint is slowly coming out, but you know, it's pretty much in pristine order. It's basically in pristine order. So there you go. Excuse me. And so now we get on to the exciting part. This is where I now bring this to my side. And all of these, because with these next few Sonics, 6 in fact, I actually have all of the boxes, and I'm going to show these to you in the order I got them. Starting with this one. So we started with the 14th Doctor, obviously, and this is the first 14th Doctor Sonic I got. Now, it has all the standard stuff. Goes up, does your sound effect. One, two, three. 4. 5. Slides down. This way the bomb does spin. So it does all that, but I'm going to show you the back of this now. I have a big red sticker on it. And why is that? It's because I actually got this while I still lived in the house where I used to live, in my old house. And so desperate for one was I, that when I got back from a trip that I took with my previous work, I was so desperate to get one of these things. I came back from my previous work, and I literally went on eBay and bought the first one my eyes came across, and of course I got suckered in by a bootleg. Yes, this did come in a bootleg box, but I no longer have that box because it got destroyed by somebody else in the house where I used to live. And so, not long after I moved into my new house, I went to Argos and I bought this. An actual, official, genuine 14th Doctor, retail edition 14th Doctor Sonic. And it's 1, 2. Excuse me, 3. 4. And 5. Goes up, it goes down, and it has a more firm lock-in than the bootleg. Now if I was to hold these up, okay, and ask you which one is the bootleg, and I'll do this a little bit. Remember, the only one that can see this is me. Which one's the bootleg? Come on, which one is it? Have a guess. If you said this one, you'd be wrong, because it's this one. Do that again. You ready? Which one's the bootleg? If you said this one, sure, I don't know really. You're correct. It's this one. That's why I put the red sticker on the back so that I can tell which one's the bootleg and which one is the genuine one. Because I don't know if I can be keeping the bootleg, because why not? So the genuine one. I actually do have the box here. Here it is, the 14th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, Sonic Screwdriver, electronic lights and sounds, with light and sound effects, features extending and opening emitter, which is that. That's all they mean by that. Nice picture of it down there in the corner being used. Turn to the back. And those squares say again, light and sound effects, featuring opening and extending and opening emitter. How to change the batteries, character options logo. Ooh, my light's going all funny. So yeah, and then if you wanted to see what it looked like in the box, that's what. Should we try that again? This time I'll hold it in. Ah dear. Something can go wrong on one of these things, it will. That's what it looks like in the box. If I could get away with not holding it, I'd love to. But there you go, that's what. I'm going to try and trick that. That's what it looks like in the box. Just check that it still works. Perfectly. So, still on the 14th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. The other day I finally managed to get my hands on, after 2 years of waiting. Yep, 2 years late to the party on this one. But I finally managed to get my hands on. Yes, the online exclusive edition, the chrome one, the shiny one. Show you the Sonic camera. Let's see the box first. Oh, hold on. Oh, there's a change here. Okay, I'll show you something I noticed in a minute. So 14th. So this one says online exclusive for the 14th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, electronic light and sound effects. With light and sound effects features extending and opening emitter. Picture of it there in the corner being used. But I do believe there's actually the retail edition. On the back, again we have Sonic. I have to change the batteries, but this is the box here for the retail edition. Yeah. Spot the difference. What's different on there? Again, you've got the black corner, the blackish blue corner top. There's actually a picture of the Doctor on the online exclusive box. There isn't on the regular retail box. There you go. I noticed that quite nicely, didn't I? Yeah. Also, on the online exclusive box, the line, the diet, there's less writing on it, less blurb. But, yeah, so that's Geflügelblöge. The legal Geflügel, that's the box there, and I've still said online exclusive on the back. And here is that online exclusive Chrome sonic screwdriver, and again, oh, I forgot about that. I told mine on an angle, although we might not have to hold on an angle to get it to extend, but yes, it extends, and there is that. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that wasn't 2. I just showed you 3 twice. 4. And 5. Of course, this being the Chrome edition, this also has the hidden. This being the Chrome edition, it also has the hidden. Sorry, I keep doing that. The hidden light and sound effects on it. So you simply remove the bottom, pull that off like that, and then you'll see at the very at the bottom there is a small button. You hold down both that and the button on the front there, the actual activation button, and count Mississippi. And I'll show you. So you go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 2 beeps. 2 beeps gets you, I believe it's the green mode. Stand by because this gets quite loud. Green. That's the only sound you get for the green mode. Now I just have to reset it back to basics, which takes a couple of seconds. 1 beep, it's reset. Hold again, and 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I actually got that trick from another YouTuber. I think it was same Sonic different case, said count Mississippi, it works, and it does. This is now orange, or yellow even. And then we set it back to basics again. Okay, here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, and finally the red mode. Take that off, hold the buttons down, hear a beep. It's a bit like next time you're at the checkout and you hear the beep. Beep beep, think of the fun you could be having on Supermarket Sweep. And we're back to blue. Now, I do remember when I first heard this announcement, I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And then, of course, I thought, I can't wait to pick that up. Then, of course, Dan, this is another one of those fun little stories. When this first released, Character Options made one hell of a calamitous cock-up. Because they released these, this is the online exclusive, obviously nice shiny chrome. They released it in very small numbers, very limited numbers, and of course everybody wanted one. The website crashed, everyone was after it, couldn't get hold of it. It sold out. Day 1, gone, finished, done, sold out. So, Character Options said, don't worry, the retail edition is coming, and Character 2, they said, okay, don't panic. The retail edition is coming, and we're going to put out, and we're putting out a rush order to have some more of these chrome ones made immediately. Yeah, the retail edition came alright. No chrome, that's fine. The no chrome on the retail edition is fine. What else did they do on the retail edition? They removed the button. So, because funnily enough, these 2 screwdrivers, along with another one I'm going to show you in a minute, actually have exactly the same internal electronics. It's just that on the retail edition, you can't access them because the button is missing. So, the character then eventually got some more of these made. They came in. I still wasn't able to get one until literally about a week ago, when I finally moved. Then I moved here and I thought, oh, I finally want to get my hands on that Chrome Sonic I've always wanted. And a week ago, I finally got my hands on it. However, I also have one other 14th Doctor Sonic, which came actually yesterday. And it is this one. The Forbidden Planet exclusive. Don't know if you can see that there. Come on, work. My camera is shite. Forbidden Planet exclusive gold Sonic screwdriver. So I'll show you the Sonic in a minute. First of all, we'll do the box again. So Forbidden Planet exclusive 14th Doctor Sonic screwdriver with light and sound, electronic light and sound effects. With light and sound effects, features extending and opening emitter. Forbidden Planet exclusive. Come on, camera, focus, please. Oh, it's just Forbidden Planet exclusive there. I want to be able to see that properly because my camera is not very good. So that's the front, and then on the back it is just the same as the retail edition except gold. So yeah, that's the box. Now so we get the Sonic. Here it is. The online exclusive, the Forbidden Planet exclusive gold Sonic screwdriver. Again, made by Counter Options. Just sold by Forbidden Planet as an exclusive to them. And this actually has the exact same electronics in it as both the retail edition and the Chrome edition. But we'll go into more of that in a minute. So we have our standard 5 sound effects. Nice extending action. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now, what you're probably wondering is, did they leave the button on this one to actually allow you to access the other light and sound features from the Chrome edition? Well, the answer to that is yes, they did. So, remember what I said? Count Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I'm not going to bother putting the button back on this time. Green. Reset to basics. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yellow. I think it's quite nice on there, if I'm honest. And finally, ready? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. No, that's gone wrong. My system has failed. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. There we go. Red. Also pops quite nicely against the gold. The red setting, which also pops quite nicely against the gold. Back to basics. And as you may have heard there, for some unknown and unholy reason, for some unknown, completely unknown reason, the extra light, when you switch it to like the green, yellow or red setting, it always seems to become an extortionate amount louder. No idea. So that's the gold one. So, that goes the 14th Doctor. That's all well and good. But then he regenerated. We've got a brand new Doctor, and that means a brand new Sonic. And again, I told you I was doing these in the order I got them. And so when it comes to 15th Doctor Sonic, we start... Again, I have all the boxes for these right here. With the first one I got. The 15th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver Deluxe Edition. 15th Doctor Multifunction Sonic Screwdriver. Load of stuff on the back. Turn over to the back of the box. Sorry, load of stuff on the back of the front. To the back of the box. These are actually, I believe, those are actually pictures of the retail edition. Which you will see here later on. It says there, swivel out viewer and pop out emitter. I believe that on one of those boxes, those words change. Yeah, this one was sold exclusively on Character's website. So there's that. Bit of blurb, a bit of batteries in and all that stuff. And here is the Sonic itself. And of course, this bit swings out to reveal that, the glowing purple power core. And of course, we then have your 3 sound effects. We have that one. We have this one. And we have this one. Now, the second one, if you listen again, you can hear that, but it's quite it is actually from the 11th Doctor's sound chip. Now, if you just press the button once, you get that. If you press it very quickly, stab it twice, you get. Sorry, there you get that. If you press it twice but don't hold it down, you get. So once is that twice. That 3 times, you get. So you know. So you can actually trigger that independently. So, and then of course I have the pop out emitter, which you do by pressing this button here, and then you put it back like this. Actually, that has a sound effect. Love it. That's what it looks like from the back. And then the slide out viewer. Sorry, do that again. Do it like that. There you go. That's what that looks like. Now, this being the deluxe edition, it has some hidden sounds. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. Do that again. So to access there's the red setting, the hidden evil mode. To access this, you merely press on the button 15 times and then move this. So 1, 2, oh God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You hear the sound there, and it is now changed from, the chorus now changed to green. And when I press the button down this time, just the once, I get. And if you look on the back, actually, those lights are even better red. And if you press it down twice and hold it, you get. Yes, they resurrected the sounds from one of my favourite screwdrivers, the Master's Laser. Okay, just the quick taps doesn't do anything in here, but yeah. Finally, we've got the Master's Laser screwdriver sounds back is brilliant. To get back to the original mode, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It beeps, and you're back to basics. And of course, when you've got this up, you can still Sonic. However, it's just when you have this out, this bit, when you put this bit out, you can't. The only way you can override that is to shut it. And then, even then you can't do anything. Even then you still can't do anything because it's still not registering that it's away. Because there's a sound effect the companies are going in, so comes out, it goes in. So yeah, that's the deluxe edition. Nice shiny blue chrome. Oh, and I love that bit in the middle there. The sharpness of the I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go, but anyway, this bit in the middle here says the sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior. Great little Rwandan proverb there that sums up the Doctor perfectly. I then got, yesterday this arrived, this one. Now I actually got this one. This next one I got, basically I got after the, spoiler alert, after I saw Shooty regenerate to Billy Piper, by the way, welcome back, Billie Piper. Or should I say, welcome back, Dr. Billie Piper, as it just appeared that she may in fact be the 16th Doctor, which I hope she is, because I've been saying for years that I think Billie Piper should play the next should be the Doctor, because it would then kind of bring things back round full circle and kind of beautiful symmetry, or at least it would in my head. But anyway, so I decided to get this particular Sonic that I thought I'm not going to get. Do you know what? I don't need that one. It's the same, you know. It's the same one I've already got. Excuse the Scooby-Doo pyjamas. It's the same one I've already got. I don't need it. I'm not going to get it. Then I saw Shooty Regenerate and I thought, do you know what? I think I might get that Sonic. This one didn't arrive yesterday. This one arrived a few days ago, about a week or so ago, I think. Not yesterday. I've had this one about a week. Sorry, but no. I decided, you know what? I will get that Sonic after all. But I didn't actually have to buy it, because I have this one and this lovely chrome screwdriver were actually bought for me by some very lovely members of my family. After I'd had an absolute cluster thingy of a day at work, I went up to a sort of cousin of mine. I went up to a cousin of mine, and she said, "Okay, I'll speak to your granddad." So she spoke to my granddad. And her and my granddad and my great aunt decided they were going to team up to do something nice to make me feel better, and so they bought me the two Sonics I'd mentioned to them. I was trying to get my hands on. This one, a nice chrome one, and this one, the Doctor Who 15th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver 2-tone chrome edition, as seen in the Christmas special Joy to the World 2024. It was also seen in the episode Rogue in Series 1, but they started to make a big deal out of this being in the Christmas special. So, yeah, 15th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, sorry, 15th Doctor, multifunction Sonic Screwdriver, same bit of blurb there. Nice picture of Sonic there on the front. 2-tone chrome edition. Turn over to the back, there it is. It's pink. It's not 2-tone at all, it's pink. Because it actually says here in the thing, the Doctor even has a few colour variations up his sleeve of the Sonic. Here, this time it's a stunning iridescent magenta and green finish. No, it's pink and silver. Don't know where they got magenta and green from, but it's pink and silver. And as Shooter says, it just exudes pure Kenergy. Pure Kenergy. So, yep, there's that. And again, it just says, with light and sound effects, swivel out viewer and pop out emitter. And here is the Sonic itself. And as you can see, it's pink. There's no green in there at all. There's no... some people say it's red. It's not. It's pink. Again, that swirls round. Shows to the tongue to fit the sharpness of the warrior. It's lovely. I love it. I love how that it's pink, and it does exude pure Kenergy. And again, we have sound number 1. Sound number 2. And sound number 3. And again, 1 tap, gets you that, 2 taps, gets you that, and 3 taps. Gets you that. And I know what you're thinking. Again, we have the emitter. That's just giving the secret away, isn't it? The thing I was trying to keep secret. I'm just giving it away by showing you the emitter. But again, from the front, the emitter. Yes, you've guessed it. This is exactly the same as the other Chrome edition. Pull this bit out and stay there. Pull this bit out and which means that just like the other Chrome edition, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. They're back. Master's laser screwdriver sound effects are back. Hold the button down once. We have the laser. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish. Hold it down twice. We have the aging. Try and show this from the back as well. And I have tried 3 times. Just gives you the aging sound effect again. And again, to get back, it's simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And switch back. Why 15? 15th Doctor. So, yeah, I do love the fact that it's pink. I think we were long overdue a nice pink Sonic. I love the fact that they actually kept the Deluxe Edition sound effects in there, so, you know, I just do. And so then, I thought, you know what, I've got the 2 Deluxe Editions, as they're known. I thought, you know what, I need the Retail Edition, just to see, so I can handle it and see how different it is. And so, it's arrived just yesterday, along with the Gold Sonic. But this one and the Gold Sonic arrived yesterday. 15th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver Retail Edition. 15th Doctor Multifunction Sonic Screwdriver, your blurb, all that. Turn it around, there it is, Retail Edition. And it says here, pop out emitter and slide out viewer. Yes, these 2 boxes both say swivel out viewer and pop out emitter. Whereas on the deluxe edition, so 2 deluxe editions both say swivel out viewer and pop out emitter. Whereas on the retail version, the edition box, it says pop out emitter and slide out viewer. Not swivel, but slide. And here is the retail edition. It may look very similar to the deluxe edition, but as you can see, oi! I'm so sorry. But as you can see, they are very different shades of blue. This one's matte, this one's chrome. Basically means one's shiny and one isn't, really. Basically. So yeah, and again, this swivels out, and there is that sound as it swivels out, and the sound as it goes back. So swivel it back out again. And here's the front. It is just the same as all the rest. I do love swiveling this thing. I think it's brilliant. There is an odd shape. I'll give it that. But there it is, just the same as all the rest on the front. Same sound effects. 1, 2. 3. I'm wondering, will it still do that thing? Oh, it does. Oh, it still does that. That's kind of cool. Now, here's the emitter. So from the front, the emitter. Ready? Oh. What did you notice there that was different? Did you notice it? Yeah, they took away the sound. You know, I mean, look, I'll show you, okay? I'll use the deluxe edition because it's closest in colour. So, here's the pop-out emitter on the deluxe edition. Oh, that's the wrong button. Pop-out emitter on the deluxe edition. On the retail. They took away the sound. Here's putting the emitter back in on the deluxe edition. They basically took away the sound. Here's what happens when you slide out the viewer on the retail. Nothing. And that's why some people actually say that, you know, obviously, because the thing is, to get to the batteries, they're under there. And so on the deluxe editions, so actually I pointed that out, on both this one and the pink one, the trick for getting the batteries in is to swivel this out, okay, so it's here, pull this out, swivel it back in. That way you can change your batteries in peace without it constantly blaring off in your face. And that's the same thing on the pink one. I'll just demonstrate that for you again on the pink one. People are probably going to hate me calling it pink, but I don't care. Swivel her out. Open this up. swivel her back, and now you can change your batteries in peace without her blaring off in your face. So yes, they took away all the sounds, which also means that this does not have secret hidden sound effects from the Chrome edition. That's fine, we knew it wouldn't. I'll even show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nothing. Because there's no sound effects on this. Because this also dependent on the sound effects being made by the swivel out viewer, or slide out viewer, as they call it on this version. It doesn't work like that, but at least we still have the emitter and the viewer, because most of these, you know, this one could have easily just said, okay, well, we're going to have the emitter stuck out there. They could have just sold it like that, with the emitter stuck out there. But no, they gave you the extended feature, and they could have just had that bit, the viewer bit, the emitter could have just been sort of like, could have just been stuck up like that. Okay, could have just had it glued in like that, or they could have had it so that it was just like this all the time. And they could have even had this bit just be a static piece, just sitting there like that and do nothing. But they did at least give us that on the retail. So, with the 15th and 14th Doctor Sonics, which versions would I recommend you get? Well, I'll be honest. I would recommend getting a retail edition and at least one of the deluxe editions. However, I'm going to say this: if you have the money, go for it. Oh, and of course, still on the retail edition, another thing that still remains the same is on the back. The sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior. But also, in certain lights, the retail edition does look a little bit green, as opposed to blue. But that's mainly because of the matte finish. But I will say, if you have the money, go for all three. Just go for all three of each. Although, please try not to get suckered in to any bootlegs like I did. Bloody bootleggers. Bloody bootleggers. They got me. Damn them. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I shouldn't have done that. So got a bit of quick drink. Sorry. Excuse me. But yes, so if you've got the money, go for all three. I would. But if you can only go for say one or two, if you only afford one, go for a deluxe. Because at least if you go for a deluxe, you know you're getting all of the lights and sound effects that everyone else is going to be showing off in all their YouTube videos. And you'll be, go for the deluxe, because that way you know if you go for the deluxe, you're going to be getting all of the same lights and sound effects that everyone else has got, without, rather than just having, a few lights and sound effects and some of them be missing. If you can afford two, go for a deluxe and a retail. That way, at least you can sort of say, well, I've got both, and then, because in some ways it is worth owning both, because both the retail editions of both those screwdrivers are so vastly different to the deluxe versions that it is worth owning both. So there you go. That is my Sonic screwdriver collection. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, take care of yourselves, be lucky, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.